Standing in digital paradise, loving what we do and doing it for you. We're NCTV 45.
Hello, Butts Flowers and NCTV 45 would like to welcome you to the Canes Victory Parade in downtown Newcastle. NCTV 45 would like to thank Butts, Florists and Gifts for their fine cooperation for this podcast. Remember, when you need that special gift, it's Butts. Keep watching NCTV 45. Your favorite neighborhood pizza place. Everyone goes to Pizza Joe's. This program made possible by a grant from Pizza Joe's. Gary's Wardrobe, furnished by Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors, 210 East Washington Street, Newcastle. CTV Studios in downtown Newcastle. It's Focus NC with Gary West, segment 2.
Thank you very much. It's a special edition, a Memorial Day edition of Focus NC, and it's our pleasure to have with us David Gettings with us today. He's also the Lawrence County Controller. He's not talking about his job. We're focusing in on something special, the connection of Memorial Day and the loss of his son Albert Gettings back in January 5th of 2006. And he was killed in battle in Iraq. He was a corporal in the United States Marine Corps. Now, last segment 1, in case you missed it, make sure you check that out. We talked a little bit about the background of Albert and also how David and his wife and daughter are doing right now. 8 years ago this happened. For his heroic actions in the year 2006, Albert was posthumously awarded the Bronze Star with a Combat Distinguishing Device. 6 years later, Marines with the 2-6 continue to honor his actions by selecting one Marine every month for the Corporal Albert P. Gettings Award. Do you know about that, David? Can you tell us anything about it?
Yes, in fact, I spoke 2 days ago with Captain Stephen Penny, who's the commanding officer of 2-6 Fox Company in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. And they are getting ready. They had some trouble doing it monthly when they were overseas in deployment, but they're going to give away this. They're actually doing it quarterly now, and they're going to do it this quarter. Next week. I was going to try to get down to Camp Lejeune, but it may be difficult to do that. But I'm going to send, what we do with this is, I try to get down there if I can. They have a meritorious, they call it a meritorious mass, where they give the individual who has shown service among or above self to other Marines, they give them what's called the Albert P. Gettings Award. And they have a wall with Albert's picture on it, and they put the Marine who won it, they put his picture on it, and they have Albert's citation and so on and so forth. You know, Albert was awarded the Bronze Star with a Combat V. We're still negotiating, I shouldn't say negotiating, speaking with the Marine Corps. Albert was put up for the Silver Star, and I really wouldn't know what he should or shouldn't have gotten, because I'm an accountant and a politician. I don't know anything about that. But his buddies say we should be still looking for silver. I've been up to the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps level at one point in time. He kicked me back down, and we're still in the process of looking at that right now to decide whether we can ever get that upgraded. If we do, fine. If we don't, it's fine also, but 5 years from 10 years from now, I can look myself in the mirror and say, his buddies told me to check it out, and I did. But Albert was awarded, that's basically the fourth highest award. Combat V shows that you were the Combat Distinguishing Device says that it was for valor. The V's for valor in battle. Albert was, as I don't know whether you or the viewers know, but Albert was struck with a bullet. It was from a sniper. He went down When he went down, another Marine who was hooking up with him came back out to get him. The other Marine was shot. At that point, Albert got back up. He should have stayed down, but he got back up because he would never be the person to stay down. He got back up and started to take charge, tell his Marines where the enemy was, and for the next 10 to 15 minutes, he stayed in battle until he finally took himself out to a courtyard, and they opened him up, opened his jacket up, and found out that he had been hit. He'd been hit in the back, and it came out his stomach. Basically, they've since found that that sniper was firing similar to the DC sniper, where they were firing from cars, and from the car they would take out the lights, they would shoot, and then they would drive away. And as they were doing that, they would film the event so that they could take those and put them on Al Jazeera with Arabic subtitles saying how easy it was to kill Marines. My son's actions at least saved the life of the one Marine he was with, and basically the citation said that had Albert not done what he did, that they may have lost more Marine lives on that day. So we're very proud of him, and his buddies come up every year, and we have a number of Marines here on the 5th of January every year, and we're still in touch with a number of them, which is unusual because obviously we would not have had that opportunity had Albert lived, because we wouldn't have had that relationship with his friends. But we're fortunate that we have them. We call them our Marine sons.
Part of the healing process.
Correct.
Yeah.
Both of us, both them and us.
Tell us about the section of the Lawrence County Government Center named in honor of Albert.
Well,
how did that come about?
Here's what happened. The county commissioners were trying to buy the old Second UP church, and when they were, the wheels of government moved slowly. Someone had bought it out from under them, and they had said, we need to try to procure this building. And I knew the individual that it was involved with. They said, can you do this? And I said, yes, I'd like to do this, but I really would like a few things to happen if that goes forward. One of them is I would like to name the building after Albert in his memory, since he was the first serviceman killed in 30 years. And second of all, I'd like some space in that building to build what I call now the Lawrence County Veterans Make a Difference Center. And we're in a process. We have that design now. We have the architectural drawings, and we're moving forward to try to fund that. We need to raise about $150,000 to do that. And one of the things we're going to try to do is open that in early 2015. That's a place, basically the function of this place is to honor veterans, the Lawrence County veterans, and possibly veterans from Pennsylvania. We're looking further than that. Second of all is to show Albert did good things. Veterans do good things every day. What about you? We're asking you as the public. So those are the kind of things we're trying to do in that situation.
In this segment, we're focusing in on tributes and memorials and fundraisers. Now, the Albert Gettings Memorial Foundation has been created to honor Albert's memory, and the foundation is striving to benefit the community, Lawrence County and Newcastle, by having events to raise money for scholarship funds for local students every year to send funds to the wounded warriors. So
Yes.
Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Here's what we've done. As I said before, we've given so far about 33 scholarships to students at Newcastle High School where Albert graduated. And my wife is a learning support English teacher at the Lawrence County Career and Technical Center. And we have given over 40 scholarships there. That's the scholarships. We've given thousands of dollars. We've raised about $150,000 in his foundation since he passed away. And we've given to things like the scholarships. We've given to the Wounded Warrior Project. We've trained kids for defensive driving. We've bought a taser for the police department. We've done a number of things because we think it's important for us to give back to the community.
He lives on.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
That's the important part. That's great. Gary, that's probably the most important thing that I've said, and you said it, is he lives on.
We're running out of time in segment 2, but I just wanted to mention that there's also the annual Golf Classic, and that's held at Castle Hills Golf Course in Newcastle. There's Friday Night Live. That's also Wounded Warrior Benefit, and that's in downtown Newcastle on the Riverwalk. There's the annual Celebration of Life to honor Albert as well at the New Englander. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And I wish we had more time in this segment, but we've got lots more to talk about. We have David Gettings with us. He's the father of Albert Gettings, who was killed in action in Iraq in 2006. So we'll continue with segment 3. the special edition of Focus NC, the Memorial Day edition on NCTV 45.
Gary's Wardrobe, furnished by Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors, 210 East Washington Street, Newcastle. Your favorite neighborhood pizza place. Everyone goes to Pizza Joe's. This program made possible by a grant from Pizza Joe's. Hello, Butts Flowers and NCTV 45 would like to welcome you to the Canes Victory Parade in downtown Newcastle. NCTV 45 would like to thank Butts, Florists and Gifts for their fine cooperation for this podcast. Remember, when you need that special gift, it's Butts. Keep watching NCTV 45.